Hey guys, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. We are orbiting high above Kerbin, as you can see in the newly modified rocket. Right, now, I have a little bit of a confession to make. I got to the moon yesterday, and what basically happened was I went over the footage, and yeah, the sound quality was terrible. So what I'm going to show you is me on the moon. So I've got craft in space there, but first moon landing, there we go. Untitled spacecraft landed on the moon. Right, so let's go have a look at it. Yeah, and what happened was I got one round the moon, I got a load of science points and got a load of RCS thrusters, and then I've managed to get some other science points just from orbiting the moon, and I went back there. And so basically, I'm sort of building my way to get into the mobile science station. But as you can see, we're on the dark side of the moon. We have a fair amount of fuel left. So I think I would be able to take off. But what seems to have happened is that if I try and take off using the RCS thrusters, it's stuck at such an awkward angle. Even if I put the gear out, it doesn't do much to help, unfortunately. So he's stuck there. So we don't need to go back to the space center. We can just do this. Nope, I didn't want to do that. That's the North Pole. Switch to okay. Now I'd set a maneuver node for the moon. I may have missed it. I'm not sure, but I set a maneuver node a minute ago. Okay, so here's the new rocket, as you can see. Got a little bit of fuel left on this burner. 28 minutes away from... Okay, now I haven't unlocked any solar panels, so my electric charge will go down pretty quick. But because I've got a fair amount of RCS fuel left, that should mean that I should be able to use that. Because I still had a fair amount of RCS fuel left. Right, let's just lock that in place when I was on the moon. So, I'll show you. I've set a orbit for the moon. It's going to take me a 42-second burn, which isn't a bad burn, actually. It's taken me a bit round. So I could try and... Oh, God. Tweak it. So it's... Let's have a look, see how long it is, actually. Estimated burn... It doesn't say. Oh, okay, that's. Well, usually you try and get your orbit so you come back into Kerbin orbit, so that you can adjust your landing and land on solid ground. Because if you land on water, it just destroys your science points and everything like that. Destroys your whole rocket. So, without further ado, actually, we are going to speed increase this up so that we start getting closer. 21, 20, 19, 18. Right, see, it's tracking with it. I've just got to make sure I don't miss it. Well, I suppose I could just go around again, but then the moon... That's what I wasn't paying attention. Thought I'd lost it. Then the moon moves position, though, so you have to remember that. So once you set a maneuver node and the moon's out of position, or you miss it, 1 minute, 40 seconds, okay. If we get it into around about 10 seconds, and then... So we'll go for 15 seconds. Okay, so we've got a boost in 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. There we go. Right, it's always good to start a tad early. 35 second burn. Okay, now let's just hope I have enough fuel. No, I'm going to have to switch. 53 second burn. I should have this in enough fuel. There, 2,000. I've got a fair amount of fuel. It's not going down at a ludicrous rate. I probably chose the worst entry target I could for the moon, to be honest with you. I could have done with a better one, but it's the only one that I could seem to get for some reason. Yeah, so when I was messing around with the maneuver node and pushing it around, it wasn't going anywhere else and that sort of stuff. So the moon's here, and when we actually push this out, it's going to be here. So, and what this does means is we're going to go all the way out, and we're going to get caught in the moon's gravity at this orange point here. So this orange point here, we get caught in the moon's gravity. Okay, I've got to be careful not to overshoot this. So, 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Okay, come on, babe. Oh, shitting hell! You see what I mean? So that's my orbit. It doesn't really matter at the minute because we're going to go in at moon entry there. So we've still got a moon entry, which is there. And what that means is that we're going to get caught in the moon's orbit there and we can adjust it. So, let's... oh, excuse me. Dear me. Right, sorry about that. Let's speed forward. It's just going to take a number of days. Seem to have a bit of lag at the minute. And that moon's still staying in that position unless it's going around that way. Hopefully. Oh yeah, it's coming round. Sometimes you really do wonder, like, hey, is this right? What's going on? There we go, yeah, because we've... Okay, what I'm going to do first is, because we've gone a slightly bit further out than the moon, I'm going to take some science readings, because then it should be in the higher radiation part of the environment. Right, you see, because I've... yeah, because basically I've taken them before and brought them back. Not as valuable. Now, what I need to do is land on the moon and then make a re-entry to Kerbin. So we're going to try and do that. Okay, we're getting close to the point now of where we'll hit the moon and then it'll veer us off course. See? Okay, there. Now we're in moon orbit there. Do you see that? So, the moon's gravity is pulling us in and we'll end up out there. So, what we're going to try and do is add a maneuver node. Oh, something's going on. I'm going to try and add a maneuver node that will... Hey? Why is that going on there? That's really weird. There we go. There it is. So we've moved that to there. Now what you need to do is pull it in so it becomes a circle like that. So the periapsis is at 236, but I think we can bring it in a little better than that. The periapsis there is at 210, and that's at 1. So then once we get to that side, we're just going to pull it in. So the burn is 1 minute, and we've definitely got enough fuel for that. I know that is a fact. Okay, so our electric charge is all gone, so there's no hope of us sending any comms links to Kerbin as a result, because we can't deploy the transmitter, but it's got no electrical charge to charge it. So let's take that off. Let's just zoom in so that's locked in position. Okay, we've got 20 minutes till we get there. Okay, so now what you'll always try to do is try to land on the light hand side of the moon, because the dark side of the moon you can't see fuck all. So that would be useful if we could land on that side of the moon today. And that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to try and land. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there we go. We're on 30 seconds. So never miss these, because these are really important nodes that you have to hit. Okay, hit and shift in a few seconds. 40, 12, 7 seconds. So I always start at 4, because you have to get it up. There we go. Right, we have a 1 minute burn. So always keep your RCS up so you're able to change with it. So as we can see, as we're burning, this is starting to come round this way. So we're pushing forward, so we're pushing outwards. So we're going to push outwards, and what's going to happen as we get caught in the moon's gravity, and we're being pulled into it, but we've got further enough out, so we're being pulled constantly as we go round, so it forms an ellipse. See, that's already moved just a little bit, and it makes a huge difference if you move with it. I've got to try and really just stay with it. I've got an 11-second burn. It's not the end of the world if this doesn't go perfectly, because I've got that orbit now. There we go, we've got it. Let's take a look. How much fuel have we got left? We've got over half, so that's always good. Okay, now, so what's going to happen is we're going to add a maneuver node there. And what we're going to do is we're just going to shrink that. Periapsis of that. Okay, so that's what we're going to do, and we've done that, so that makes it more elliptical. So we're now, and that's more of a circle, sorry, not an ellipse. And it just sounded like there was a gunshot outside my window. I don't live in Shottingham, I live in Sheffield, so I don't really understand. Right, let's keep going. So we've got 2 hours. Let's see. Keep going. 7 minutes. I did one yesterday, actually, where there was no time show. It was saying still 5 days till I got there, and I was like, I'm right here. It's not 5 days till I get there. So that was the good thing about going around the moon, actually, is you don't use very much fuel because it's got very low gravity, and the rocket design I seem to have come up with works quite well with it, so I can get to the moon and back even if I'm orbiting. Right, 2 minutes, here we go. Just whack it a bit quicker. There we go, 38. Right, whack it down a bit quicker again. Sort of getting good at this, but you will miss the odd view and it will be frustrating. Okay, 4 seconds till I start my burn. There we go. Boom, bringing you in. So the periapsis and the apoapsis will switch, so they're more in line with each other. And bang. Job done. We are now in orbit of the moon, ladies and gentlemen. It's only just taken us 15 bloody episodes to get here, but we are in orbit of the moon. As you can see, this is the view that awaits us. Would you look at that beauty? That scarred surface, and that's what it looks like from the cockpit of Jebediah Kerman, or Bill Kerman even. Right, we're going to go for an EVA. Let's try and get a hold of him. Let's put some lights on because we seem to have all kinds of shadows. There we go. There's our beautiful rocket. Okay, so let's take an EVA report. 24 science. That's always useful. So we've grabbed on and we're board again. Okay, so that seems to be stabilizing us. Turn the RCS off. Let's take a crew report. Let's keep the data there. Not enough electric charge for the reaction wheels. Toggle torque, I have no clue what that means. Right, so basically I could go back to Earth now, or Kerbin if I wanted to, but I know you guys want to see a moon landing. I know what you like. So we're going to try and land on the light side of the moon, so that's going to be here. So let's have a look, see where the sun is. Okay, so we're going to be needing to land around here. So when we go round. So what we want to be doing is bringing the periapsis in, or doing a maneuver node at the periapsis. So it brings in this. There we go. Okay, so there it is. Let's just get rid of this a second. And then one more. Okay, so we are going to be hitting the moon around there. Let's just pull. Nope, that's not worked. There we go. Okay, that's what I want to be hitting. So let's see how long my burn is. 16 seconds, and it's right here. That's good. That's not bad at all, actually. Oh, I've sped up, so I can't do anything. There we go. Let's pop the RCS on and just move into place. That's okay. Let's whack that forward. So we go here. That's the angle we're coming in at the minute. So this will bring our orbit in, and once we've brought our orbit in, we need to sort of angle towards the ground and try and slow our momentum down, as parachutes will not work on the moon, as you may have guessed. So 17 minutes away. But for you guys, it's relatively a lot shorter than it is for poor old Bill Kerman up there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so speed you up quickly. And we're nearly there again. So 30, 20. Right, I don't want to miss this, because I can still do it, but I don't know how far around I'll get. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Starting now. 16-second burn. 12, 11, 10. Come on, baby. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. We've got it. We've done it. Okay, we've got a moon entry. Okay, so let's just... So let's just orientate ourselves, really, for the direction that we're going. It's gonna need to be on this side here. So where that is, basically. It's always useful to know how much monopropellant, so that's RCS. Radial controlled surface is what RCS stands for. Okay, so let's just burn this way slightly. So we're bringing it in, bringing in our apoapsis and periapsis. We might actually be landing on the dark side of the moon if I keep doing this. So let's close that. And then let's... Shit, shit, shit. Move. Oh, I'm gonna so fuck this up. I've so fucked this up massively. Yep, bye-bye. Oh dear, I was going way too fast. Oh dear. Nothing left of my rocket, I'm afraid. You're gonna have to join me next time when I actually attempt to do a proper landing. That's a bit of an anticlimax. See you later, guys.